is Ashty with Lost Coast Populace. We are here at the Sequoia Park in Eureka for a public meet and greet with Natalie Arroyo and Scott Bauer. Go in and talk to them about some current events here in Humboldt County. Natalie, what do you think the difference in workload between the City Council and the Board of Supervisors has been for you?
That's interesting. The county has a much bigger budget and larger departments. Plus, we have all the law and justice stuff. So, I think there's more. The county has a larger scope. So, I would say the workload for
More
me,
time consuming, you'd say, for sure?
absolutely more time consuming. I also would say that I always worked weekends and evenings, but now there's like a little bit more of that. So, yeah.
So how would you say that the pay difference is like drastically huge, I hear?
Significantly
So would
different.
you say that the city's just underpaid or the county's overpaid?
I mean, that's a good question. I think it's pretty common locally for city council members and mayors to just get a small stipend, which honestly, like at the time, it really was significant for my life. It helped me be able to do it. I do think that we should pay elected officials a little bit more if we expect them, and I mean not like my salary, but all elected officials locally a little bit more if we expect them to spend a lot of their time doing it. And if we want to attract people who, they need to take time off of work and they still need to make ends meet. So, yeah.
Okay, that's good.
What do you think about it? Can I ask you?
I was like really surprised when I heard about how much like the city council people get paid. I think they should get more for it. It obviously takes a lot of time and
it's a lot of energy.
Yeah, it's a lot of material you guys have to be familiar with.
Hi, Eileen. Good to see you. And a lot of the city council members for other cities don't make anything.
Yeah.
Or they'll make like $90.
I guess that's the budget and trying to get stuff done too.
Yeah, and it's with Eureka in particular, because it's a charter city, I believe that it would take a vote of the people to actually raise the amount. And it's like not politically very favorable to vote for paying elected officials more. So
Yeah. I saw that when the board of supervisors voted for the last one. There definitely wasn't a bunch of applause.
Yeah.
I appreciate that Madrone offered an apology to Charles Wilson for cutting off his comment. Will the board be granting Charles the written apology as requested?
I think that would have to come from our chair. So that would be up to him. He was the one that made that decision in the moment.
Okay. Originally, you supported Madrone cutting Charles Wilson short for what Alicia Hayes imagined he was going to say next. Is that consistent with what you understand is free speech defined by the Constitution?
I wouldn't say I supported it. I think all of us were a little bit taken aback by it in the moment, and sometimes those things on the dais can be really tricky where you're like, whoa, what just happened, when something suddenly changes. And so it was one of those moments. I wouldn't say I was like implicitly supporting it, but yeah, I do think he should have been allowed to finish his thought, and I think it was a little bit, it was perhaps too early to say where something was going, and obviously he came back and said his piece at the last meeting about what he intended to say, and it was different than what Alicia Hayes had expected.
Okay. Charles Wilson claimed that due to the media spreading what he called a hate monger campaign against him, that his wife Genevieve was assaulted multiple times at the fair. Do you think the Lost Coast Outpost owes Charles an apology for calling him a bigot multiple times in their articles?
I didn't read those articles where they called him a bigot. I don't know.
But if that did lead to his wife getting assaulted at the fair, do you think they should apologize?
I mean, I would say we don't tell the press, including yourselves, what to print. So I don't have any position on what they should or shouldn't do.
Well done.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone who's part of the press gets to do what they want.
Yeah, it's good to hear there's no trickle-down opinion into the press from that local government.
Yeah. I mean, when they call us and talk to us, and we end up talking with them as much as we're able, or I wouldn't say that there's a pressure that we place on them to publish or not publish certain things, or to even take certain actions. So, yeah.
We experienced similar threats after a hateful comment was left on our petition on our website. We provided the county with an IP address that showed the comment came from an area close to the Eureka Open Door office. Did the county actually pursue this investigation and find out who really made the comment?
So the sheriff's office was leading that investigation, and I do not know. I'll have to follow up with the sheriff. He was actually planning to come tonight, but I'm not sure if he's going to.
Okay, that'll be cool.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I certainly invited him. But he's had a lot going on with them. There was, a case in Hoopaw that took a lot of his attention a couple days ago. So.
On your Instagram, we noticed that you had stated that the Loco Fish Co. incident at the fair was on your radar or something to that effect.
Yeah.
Was the Clinton Ellis Gilmore public masturbation incident also on your radar, and why or why not did you not make a public comment on that?
I wasn't aware of that one. No.
Okay, do you think that you weren't aware of it because local press only covered it in a booking statement, besides us and John Shiv?
Possibly. Yeah, I don't read the booking statements for the
And she doesn't read Lost Coast Populist either.
I'm sorry. I also don't read.
We'll try not to be too hurt.
I will say that universally, it's hard to keep up on the news locally. There's a lot going on.
Well, I'd imagine
Yeah.
I'd imagine the workload, like you're saying, with the Board of Supervisors,
It's significant.
keeps you pretty busy as well.
Sure.
Given the content found on Gilmore's Facebook, have you seen any of that?
I didn't. No, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know this person.
I'll show you right here. So there's his arrest thing, and the details on that. And this was found on his Facebook there. And he had also, this is back in 2018, so you know, it was somewhat old news, but he'd attended a drag queen story hour at the Peninsula Elementary.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know this person at all, so I don't really have much to say about it. But
Okay, but yeah. Do you think that Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence should still be allowed to conduct drag queen story hours at schools? Like, given his, he was a previous sister. They said he was stopped participating around October of 2021. But do you think?
so he's no longer with them
He's no longer with
for the
them.
last couple of years. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the school boards and parents want to allow and decide to include. Hey, Alicia. Hi, good to see you.
Hello.
How are you feeling?
Sorry.
Okay, good.
Right back at it.
Right back at
Never
it.
skipped a
Help
beat.
yourself to snacks,
Yes,
and there's
very
beverages in the
different.
cooler.
Got one more for you.
These are incredible.
One more, sure.
Do you think that local
Yeah,
parents
for reals.
who believe that LGBT activist groups use drag as a vehicle to groom local youth and the concepts of queer theory should be labeled bigots for this opinion?
I have to read the question
Okay.
again. Do I think that local parents should be labeled bigots for having that opinion? I think everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
Okay.
And yeah, that's. I honestly am a pretty big supporter of free speech and people having the right to make their own decisions for their children.
Okay,
So,
cool.
yeah.
Awesome.
And that that includes many decisions that other people might not agree with.
Okay.
So,
Thanks so
yeah.
much for answering our questions.
Yeah, you bet.
Enjoy the rest of your event here.
Thanks
and
for
your
coming
cookies.
out. Yeah, totally.